Hello, everybody.
Hi,
It's Catherine and Julie.
and welcome to Floss, Paper, Scissor, episode number
15.
15. Can you believe it?
Hi.
Okay, so here we go.
We got a lot of stuff. Do you have enough room?
I have enough room.
I feel like this table setup is weird. I should have sat
Yeah.
down first.
That's all right.
Do we look okay?
This is how it is. I don't know. I feel like I'm on Little House on the Prairie with this shirt on, but we'll give it a go. So here we go.
Okay.
Lots to show and to talk about, and let me see, after the video last week, I went out of town for a birthday party and we gambled. Not at the birthday party. We went to the birthday party, then we went to a casino, and then we gambled, and then we came home like at 6:30 in the morning because my blood pressure has just not been fun. So
That's not
a couple
good.
of tough days trying to find out meds. But I had time to stitch, garden, laundry, groceries. How about you?
There's a lot happening here.
Yeah.
Whew. I hear things.
Motorcycles.
I see things.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm sensory overload right now.
Motorcycles are okay.
Whew.
I don't know why we've got them zooming around today.
Because the weather's nice, Mom. People
Yeah.
can exist outside in society.
Not on Thursday afternoons.
Yeah, so I did a lot of things. What did I do? I don't even know. What day of the week is it?
Well,
Ooh.
today's filming day,
I
and we
know.
did go to Blue Earth.
We did do that.
Yeah, that was fun. And we've got lots of things to show and talk about with that. You had more orders.
Yeah, like I feel like the 2 weeks is a blur. Like I've been really busy with doing stuff, but like I don't take notes of what I do. I just like do them. But yeah, I stitched a lot. I went to some kids baseball / softball games. I filled some orders. I made some things. I designed some things. I went to Blue Earth.
Yep.
Yeah, I gardened. I got some sod.
Yes, that was a big deal. That was my alone day when they went and got sod because they had to go up hours so north of the cities.
And I got sod. So now I have a beautiful sodded area in my backyard that was previously gardened that I decided I just didn't like anymore.
Yeah.
I like the sod. My dog loves the sod. She forgot that she is Caucasian.
A white dog and fresh sod.
And she keeps rolling in it. And,
How many tubby baths has she had this last
Well, they are
week?
sink baths because she's small enough I can just plop her in my kitchen sink.
Oh my gosh.
And she's had like 3. And thankfully she went to the groomer today. So now I'm just trying to keep her away from the sod because I'm tired of giving her baths.
Yeah, well, the sod is better than rolling in the toads that she used to.
I mean,
yeah.
she still does that.
Yeah. So
That adds to things, so.
So what do we got on the map? I see you got a map.
I did bring my map back because I wanted to, here's my map. I wanted to give a shout out to Karen in Maine. And then we had New Jersey, Utah, and Washington coming in clutch to help fill out my map.
Woo-hoo!
So I am trying to collect orders in all 50 states this year. I think it's fun. I appreciate those that wanted to join in on my fun and also support my business. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You got on the map.
You were on the map.
It's a kitchen map, but it's a map. So thank you.
It is my little map, and I love it. It brings me joy. So.
Yeah, fun.
Thank you.
So, all the things. We went, there's a group of gals that meet in Blue Earth, and it's called Stitch and BE for Blue Earth. And we went to that, and you could bring an exchange. And this one was an Americana exchange. And I created something that I couldn't show you because it was a secret. But this was my exchange. So I'll hold it up.
Oh,
It's a spool. And they actually like the buttons more than anything.
Isn't it broken?
It's an old spool. A lily spool. Oops.
I'm trying to hide so it stays in focus.
And then I glued this spool on a weighted washer, and then I painted and scuffed around red. And then I have had a little scissor, and I did a little beaded fob. So that was my exchange. It's stitched on, I think it's 32 count or 36 count natural linen, and I just created, it's my own design. It wasn't rocket science. It's just, am I getting that right? It's a heart.
Yeah.
I was gonna stitch the heart white, and I thought I kind of like it just non-stitched. And then I had it charted to do 2 rows of cross stitch, and then game time I decided to do a long stitch over 4 threads.
Yeah, they're just little up and down lines.
Yeah.
They're not X's.
First time using a double-sided finishing tape. I've not ever done that before, so I hope whoever received it, this is mine. It seems to be holding.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
Y'all are missing out.
Yeah, so that was fun. So it was, so it was a game where it was, in short, like a baby shower dice game.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little heated. Not gonna lie, it was fun. It was fun. And I was the first one to roll, and I rolled a 6, which automatically eliminated me, meaning I could choose from any of the gifts, and I chose a flat one. I kind of maybe knew what it might have been.
Mom, I mean, it's fair to assume when it's fully flat.
I said it was wrapped flat. I thought it
was
maybe was an album, like greatest hits of the 1980s. So, it's a bag from D.
It was definitely an evidence box.
It was an evidence wrap. Did I cheat? No, I was the first one. You can't tell me the next person wouldn't have nabbed that. Beautiful.
You just happened to roll a 6. It's a game of chance.
It was a game of chance, and boy, did I luck out. So.
I ended up playing a lot of rounds of said game, and I did continuously fight for the one that I wanted because I really wanted the zipper pouch that was its wrapping.
Yeah, you sat down and that was in front of you, and it made the round several
That's what
times,
I wanted.
and she
So
nabbed it back.
I got this little stitched needle minder.
Very pretty.
It has various stitches on it.
Yes.
I got a scissor, and then I have this little scissor dingly, and it has the flag heart.
Some people call that a fob.
Oh, well, it wasn't beaded, so I didn't know if it was still a fob.
Yeah.
So I have a scissor pillow, dingly pillow. It says USA on this side.
Very nice.
And it's a little heart with little beads on this side.
And didn't she say that was a freebie from the Needlework Guild? From a Needlework Guild, I think she had said.
She said they were free patterns, but I don't know where they were from.
Yeah.
I was just excited and not listening, so to be transparent. And then I got this really cool pillow that's full of like sand.
And everybody at the table goes, oh my gosh, that's so cute. We've just got to recreate those because...
It's a tape measure ribbon, some fabric. The back is bluish stuff, and then all of the buttons. I mean, I can sew a straight line. Maybe I could do this.
And then it had some pins.
Oh, yeah, and it has these little guys in it.
Those are counting pins. You can use them as.
I tried not to stab my finger.
So cute.
Ta-da!
All the things that people made were so cute. Now, Catherine, she made...
I made a tumbler because I did not have time to stitch something, and my only relation to make it stitch worthy is that you have to stay hydrated when you're stitching. Yeah. So I think that justified me not bringing an actual like stitched piece. But I did technically create it. Yes. And make it.
It was beautiful.
It was Americana themed. It was slightly rustic flag with like a heart on it on the inside also, and very stripy, very red, white, and bluey. And
the recipient was thrilled.
Yeah.
And the rules,
I was a little worried.
Well, the rules were anything stitching related, and it was related. Mainly, you made it, so that that was it too. She said, Mom, I can't stitch anything and have you finish it in this short time frame. So she was thrilled. And afterwards, she just said to you, I have so much stitch things already. What I don't have was a double wall insulated tumbler.
I did try and upsell it. It was like, it is a double wall insulated stainless steel 20-ounce skinny tumbler with a straw.
Oh, with a straw and a cleaner.
And a straw cleaner.
Yeah. So, and then the minute the gal opened it up, they all went, do you have those on your website?
And I don't. The only tumbler I have on the website is the Floss, Paper, Scissor one. Because all the tumblers that I've done are custom. I don't keep them in stock. There's no way I could keep them in stock.
Yeah.
And make them all ahead of time. It just isn't.
Yeah. But
feasible.
if you need any custom tumblers.
I have thought about putting designs on the website to choose from to order to have the tumbler. I don't know. I'm working with my website the people to see if I can have some options on how to execute that.
But we had a great time. We had pizza for lunch. I just had a little snacky pizza, and then later in the afternoon when the fellas were done doing the guy stuff.
Oh yeah, Dad came with.
Yeah, and they were doing some guy stuff down at the farm, and then we went for lunch, and then we drove home. So it was really fun. Yes, Catherine's, what are you doing with the finger?
I was going to see if I could move the camera because I feel like it's crooked.
Catherine, of course, brought the finger with for our road trip. That was debuted on Instagram. She made sure she told Dad he was not following the speed.
These are lovely earrings you have today, Mother.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
She's going to take it away from me.
Yeah.
For the record, it does live in my purse.
I know, she brings it with her wherever she goes.
Because you really just never know when you're going to need a pointer. And I've used it a couple times, so.
I did want to share with you what I stitched at said stitch in. Hold on to your hands.
Oh, you're going to be so blown away, guys.
When I went to pack that morning, pull some things together, I said, I don't know if I should bring an extension cord for my light. And Tom said, you really think you need a light? And I go, well, I can't really see without one. I did not bring it because, didn't stitch that much. But I did decide to stitch the camper. So it's an 18 count white Ada. And it is by Living on the Rainbow. And I started stitching with the called for color of 3/8. Oh, please. 1/3. And I got, we should really clip it to the board. I got this far. Come on, where's the round of applause? That's pretty good. That's pretty good for not having a magnifying light. And
I should have bought those clappy hands. I knew I should have.
So yeah, that's it. I think there are maybe 21 stitches. But it's a start, right?
It is a start.
I am excited to do it. I will also, the majority of the consensus was to start the camper. I will do the birdhouse as well, but I thought, I just want to start this little thing. It is just so darn cute.
It is cute.
And it's little. It's not going to be all that big. This piece that I'm working on, I think is only not very wide. Yeah.
She was going to do math in her head and realized that was a terrible idea.
What do you think you're doing?
Well, I will show you what I stitched on while I was there. I'm currently working on 324.
Yes, you did.
Which contains 324 colors. A single color per motif or motive, depending on where you put the...
Well, a motive is...
Well, no, I know. But some people say motif instead of motif. Because I think it's different from different...
On Netflix, motive is not good when you watch crime shows.
And I opened my bucket upside down, so you just gotta hold for a second. Okay, so technically, this comes with a disclaimer. So I did 2 whole rows, a row of motifs, a row of blocks, and then 1 motif at the top. So the only thing I stitched at the event is the only partially one
Oh, that is just coming along so beautifully.
Mom, get the pointer. Here.
Oh.
Will you point to the rows that I did?
Sure.
Do you know which rows I did?
Yes. She did
that blue row.
the blue row.
And then the other blue row.
The other blue row. And this one is the one she worked on at the retreat.
At the Stitchy event.
At the
whatever it's called.
Get together. That one right there.
Yep. So that's how far
Brilliant.
I've gotten.
Then do you go like this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
Telescoping.
There's a lot of power with this finger.
It's very fun though.
Yeah.
So
love
one last
it.
look for everyone at home.
It is really coming along
It's
quite
amazing.
well. Yeah.
And like, I'm wondering, I know this one is not wrong, but it looks, I think it's just because this fabric looks crooked.
Sometimes when you're going at an angle and coming back up, your fabric gets kittywampus and you have to...
Yeah, I just keep double checking it. It's definitely right. That's for sure. I definitely
Well, I'm not going to say mine's right. I didn't have a pencil to mark off, and
Mother.
I kind of was straddling the leg of a table, and then I wanted a cookie, and they had almond bars. There are a lot of distractions.
This is for the following along.
Yeah, that's quite a ways.
That's how far I've gotten. I'm currently working on page 3 right here.
Way cool.
Yep. So I didn't get very far. I did collect numerous special orders while I was there, so that was
fun.
super exciting to have people want stuff. So yay for that. Thanks for them. They already have been shipped out. They shipped them out on like Tuesday, I think.
Good deal.
Maybe, yeah, Tuesday. But yeah, so that's what I did on that one.
We went shopping a little bit. Do you want to go over?
We went shopping?
At Welcome Stitchery. When you dropped, okay.
I didn't get anything.
So I have to do an update. Thank you for all the interest in the America sampler that I showed with the USA and the full sampler. The patterns have now been restocked at Welcome Stitchery for those of you who, I think she had taken it off the website for because we were pending that. So, but they're there if you want to order. You just go to the link down below for Welcome Stitchery and you put type in her search bar J Designs, and it's called the America Sampler. So I had to drop those off at the shop, and then we decided that we were going to shop a little bit while we were there. So I guess we'll show what we bought.
I bought needles.
Yeah, she wanted those needles, and I'm like, okay, I've not used them. Do you like them?
Yeah, they have a gold tip on them. They're edmarco.com, number 24 tapestry needles. I got 4 of them. And
they have a gold eye.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she said she liked.
I liked them. I don't know why I liked them.
I haven't looked at them.
You want to touch one? They feel nice.
I would like, after the show, I'd like to look at the eye. I like the eye shape. The eye shape.
You don't know if you like the shape of the eye?
Sometimes the eyes are squared. They're squared. Oh, like
your old lady eyes
see
out.
that out.
It looks like an eye. I like it because you can thread it nicely.
That looks like a nice needle.
Would you like one?
No. Oh. I've got.
Well, forget you then. Didn't want to give you one anyway.
You only have 4.
I have 4 more at home.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Anyway,
I bought. This is sulky thread. Everybody said that the sulky white
is
cotton,
that because it's sulking?
Is because it's a nice coverage for white. It's like a strand and a half, they say. The scientists say. So I knew I wanted white, and then I was all taken with the colors because they were all there in all their glory. So I chose a red. Love that red. And then I want to do another Eagle 1776 thing, and I had that red fabric last time. Well, here I think I still do. Boy, so much. I should have had a script because
you have a note. You're not following it.
I know I'm not. I get so excited. I haven't seen her in, I don't know, a couple days.
Did you really call it a swip? A secret whip?
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
But we already showed the secret whip.
Well, I know,
okay.
but swip needed to be brought up.
So see, this was the color fabric, which looks real orangish brown here, but it's more of a burgundy cranberry. And I had chosen...
That's what it actually looks like, right? Is that more what it looks like?
Yeah. I had chosen a thread that I guess has... Oh, here. This is what I chose. I had chosen Brethren Blue on there. And a couple of viewers said it looked kind of greenish.
Hey, thanks guys for telling her it looked green because I thought it did too.
Well, I even thought it did too, but I just didn't know what my other choice was. Well, I found this. This blue.
That color.
This blue. It's like a denim blue. And I have not yet tried this. What do you think that will look like?
Way better.
You
gonna do some sample stitches in the side?
Someone once told me that's what you should do. Yeah.
She was the someone.
And then being if it is really like a stitch, like a thread and a half, it'll have great coverage on this because I believe this is 32 count. So I'm gonna try that on my next eagle. So yeah, I got these 3 colors, which unbeknownst to me were very patriotic in their own self.
Simmer down now.
So
what's your next eagle gonna be? I'd like to point to it.
Oh, okay. I'm really just all over the place.
No, you're not all over the place. We're just here. There's no rules. She's currently doing this one.
It's finished.
And now you're gonna do this one?
Yes. On the red with the blue.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Get it closer for those in the back. What do you guys think? Can you see it? For those in the back?
Yeah.
I can't reach the pointer and the arm at the same time.
Well, boy, you think we're just like...
We are fancy.
Right
Look
there.
at that.
This one.
Perfect.
So...
That's going to be so nice.
So as long as we got the pattern out, I'll show you that I finished it.
Woohoo! Look at you go.
It's a pillow.
Oh, is that the fabric we picked?
Yeah, you know what I feel? Yeah. So it's a pillow.
What you do in the back?
I know.
She decorates the back.
Okay, so here's the thing. I wanted to try something that a lot of gals do. One of my stitching friends, oh no, she has stitched a lot of her animal crackers all the way around and then slit the back and stuffs them through the back. So I don't like when pillows go whoop, like this, whoop, whoop, which it whooped.
Which is hilarious because I love the whoopy pillows.
But I didn't want that seam down here to show. It's okay if you're ruching, kind of. They're hard to stuff right at that opening. So with a lot of measuring and a whole change of plans, because I wanted a ruffle at the top only, it didn't work out. So what I did was I stitched all the way around it, and on the back, okay, the back, again, it looks orange. What I did is I incorporated 2 straps in the side seams, so when I turned it inside out, they were already incorporated into the seam, and I kind of did this little lap over belty thing. I was going to tie it in a knot. I was going to tie it in a bow. And then I'm like,
are you going to throw it over your shoulder like a continental soldier?
I could have. The straps were long enough. So what I did
couldn't help myself.
is I have these, skirt pins that I bought, and I went through Grandma's button tin, and I found this button. Okay, so here's a little, where'd it go? I had them up close. We had them here.
How did you lose them, Mom? I gave them to you.
I know. Okay.
Julie.
Catherine. Oh, there they are.
What did I do?
Okay, so I went through my mother-in-law's button thing, and I found this button. And I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. There's no way I'm going to get it up close enough.
Yeah, we can see it just fine.
Okay, so on the button, it says SDEVS, S-E, a little star, D-E-V-S, and then it says SPES, S-P-E-S, Nostra. And I'm like, okay, like this is old, it's brass, and it came in 2 sizes. So I got out my phone and I went on the Google, and it says that means God is our hope. And it was replicated in the 1900s and used for blazers and jackets, and it historically is associated with Haitians soldiers during the American Revolutionary War. These were mercenaries hired by the British and were commonly recruited by German states. Okay, so I know it by the pictures that this was a replica button.
Yeah.
Because you could tell by the shank on the back was different than the real ones from the soldiers' uniforms. But nonetheless, this is like from the 1920s, which would put this button at like 100 years old.
That's crazy.
I know. And
that's a really
why did
old
Grandma
button.
have it in her button collection?
Because she was old.
Well, she wasn't 100, but I'm thinking, you know, she was born in 1932, I think.
Maybe she had it on someone's blazer and cut it off.
Maybe her dad had it on a blazer, and that button might have been her mom's button.
I don't know. It's yours now.
So I'm like, wow, that's just really cool. So there's a little history. One of 2 history things we're going to learn today. There is.
I didn't come prepared to learn.
See how frightening this is when someone pokes it at you?
I know.
So yeah, I don't think it's the jazziest looking pillow, but it's from like 1776.
Don't downplay it.
So, you know, I thought, should I ruche around it? I'm like, they didn't ruche in the 1700s.
Julie Louise, do not downplay
No, so
the finishing. It is exquisite.
yeah, I do like it, and it was a challenge because I don't sew as much as I used to, and my mind is far more creative than my skills. I kind of
Same.
So, but I like the firmness of it. I could not find, I was going to say my rabbit pellets. I could not find my walnut shells. I must have put them someplace where they would be easily accessible.
Like some
and
M&Ms?
I have not found them. So this is just stuffed. And I was happy with that. So there's my finish. It is from the Siren Stitch Works Congress of Eagles. And I am excited to start the next design. So that was kind of like all over the place. But
Yeah. But I'm glad we did all that because it's very important.
So now we're going to go back to the buys that led on to... Okay, so there's something called a shop hop that Welcome Stitchery is doing with Shanty Stitchers and...
looking for my purple picture.
And...
Iowa, South Dakota, and Minnesota.
The Iowa one is, it's right here on the paper. The Stitchery Nook, the Stitchery Nook in Osage, Iowa, Shanty Stitchers in Beresford, South Dakota, and Welcome Stitchery in Blue Earth. And you get this little passport, and they stamp it when you go to the store, and then you get your section of the pattern. And Justine's section was the middle house. So then when you get at each shop, you can sign up. You can sign up for a prize from that shop.
She's parched.
Yeah.
Please hold. But anyway, so we got the middle one, and we're trying to procure the other 2. Yeah. I'm taking a trip to Iowa in July because this runs through August 30th. So I'm going to be at a concert in Iowa in July, and if I take a very roundabout way back,
Yep, you
I can hit up the stitchery nook and procure that.
Yeah. So it's really fun. It's a really pretty piece.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really cool. I can't wait to get the little person.
So that was...
And the squirrel. Did you see that squirrel?
Excuse me. Yes, the squirrel's very
There's a squirrel aisle and a bird. Whew. All the things.
So we got that. That was fun to get. And then you got...
In addition to my needles, and even the... Okay, side note. I did the I Love You a latte, and I loved it, but I complained during it because of the confetti, popcorn, stitchies everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I kind of got used to it. I kind of like it. It's fun. I like the way that it turns out in the end. Mm-hmm. It was just my first experience. I was like, this is annoying. But like having finished it, I loved how it looked. And then working on the SAL and this other one that I'm working on, I'll show later too. Those are kind of similar. And so I'm like, I kind of think it's fun because it's all the little pieces that go together to make it beautiful. So I have a new appreciation for it. Anyway, I got this. It's called Dragonfly Dreams by Shannon Christine.
And she does such beautiful designs too.
And this, for reference, is like a medium-sized one. It's 125 by 102. Mm-hmm. So on 28 count over 2, which is probably what I'm going to do, it'll be about 9 by 7.5. Mm-hmm. And I didn't do any of that math on the fly. It's just written on the back.
And you know, you were so afraid when you started stitching. She goes, I'm not going to find my designer because I don't like alphabets and I don't like houses. And I said, you'll find somebody. And boy, Shannon Christine sure is what trips your trigger.
There's quite a few that I've found over time that are... I'm quirky. You haven't figured that out yet.
Oh. Yes,
I'm quirky.
You are. Well, I'm not quirky. I'm just...
You just wait till I bring out that toilet gnome again.
Oh, God. Yeah, you got to bring him to the forefront, don't you?
He's a winter project.
He's a winter project?
He's got a beard. He's winter.
Here's, well, people have beards in the summertime.
No.
Oh.
Not gnomes.
Not gnomes. Here is what the kind of a companion piece.
Bugs. Look, we could be friends.
I am just collecting a whole bunch of bumblebee things, and I thought it'd be so much fun to do them, and then I thought, where am I going to put them?
You'll just have to have a month of bumblebees. You should get a tiered tray.
I could put them in a tier tray. I was thinking of doing this same size. I was thinking of doing it on 36 count. That would... What do you look? That's...
How's that happen?
36 count is...
I can't control my face sometimes. No, but like...
36 count would make it slightly smaller to go on a tray or in a dough bowl.
32 count's pushing it for me.
Bowl.
36, 40, someone was doing 50. I would perish.
I don't think I could do 40. I just have to be realistic. I just thought for a minute I'd do it 32 count over 1 and then I would just be dead. But I wanted it small to go like in a tray or... You know, I got that new biscuit bowl so I could put it, you know. So, yeah, so I got that. So they're kind of companion. And then I saw this on the World Wide Web.
Oh,
and,
you guys.
And Justine had it.
World Wide Web.
Look at that one. Isn't that cool?
It's very prim.
Yes. Love that. Love that.
It's a flag.
And
I'm adding content to this conversation, interjecting my own self. It's a flag and it says freedom. Lovely.
Yeah. What did I thought it said?
I don't know.
I didn't know it said freedom. I thought it said something else. But then I was a little delirious because I was all jacked up on all the stitch and BE stuff. And I thought, look at this one. Not my style.
Don't know what you were thinking buying that one
at all. I was thinking I would stitch it for my daughter.
On 40 count over 1?
No.
Like, this is going to be one of those, you know what you should stitch for your daughter?
Yeah, I should stitch the Forest of Sumatra. You guys don't even know about that. That'll have to be next week.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. But this... is cross-stitched.
It is beautiful.
Carol Manning also has counted canvas, but this is cross-stitch, and I just really like it. It's
I
just
do
really
like
cool.
me some bohemian things.
Yeah. That's also referred to as boho.
Not hobo.
Don't, Catherine.
This woman right here, this one.
I said I bought a top, and it's kind of like a hobo.
It's a hobo shirt, and I'm like, really? You're wearing a hobo shirt?
Yeah, it's all the rage. And she goes,
boho.
I got it mixed up.
Bohemian.
Yeah, not homeless. It was
not
bad.
all hobos are homeless.
Bad.
Some are just wanderers.
That was a bad, yeah.
What else we got?
Well, this leads, you do something. I'll save this for...
You do something. I will show my side quests. So this, we were talking about this earlier. This is one of my shirts that I have on the website. And I made this one today. It's for my little buddies. They like to have my shirts. And so they like our floss tube. So I did make this one for him. He is 11. I made him staff.
Yeah, his sisters have one, and they really like it.
And he wants one because he just loves me. But it has hearts on it, and I was like, that's kind of girly, and I wanted him to feel macho.
So she made him a staff.
He's staff.
He's our staff.
I don't know what he does as our staff, but...
Support staff.
He's our staff.
Yeah.
So now they all have shirts, and they don't have to steal each other's. Rumor has it he was wearing his sister's.
Yeah. So that's so cute.
So these are on my website. They are $20. They will not say staff on the back. But yeah, I have those.
Unless they're going to support us.
I mean, no, I'm not putting staff on the back. And then my other side quest.
I asked her, are you going to stitch today? She goes, well, I might, or I might bake.
And
so it looks like she baked.
I'm going to show you my muffins. They're not that good. But I made them. They are strawberry, rhubarb, oatmeal muffins.
Dad ate one. He thought they were...
He was probably just trying to make me feel better.
No, after 48 years, I know if he didn't like anything, one, he'll tell you, and two, he won't finish it.
Well...
And he ate it all. And
they're healthy.
That's what he said. He goes, they look like they're healthy.
They are.
Because they don't have chocolate in them, but...
Okay, but what makes them special is I grew the rhubarb.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
The rhubarb was from my backyard. I had rhubarb. Usually the bunnies get to it before I do. And I got to it before them, and I had 2 cups of rhubarb, and I made myself and anyone. I have like 24 muffins, so...
We should have brought
if you live close... Let me know. I'll bring you a spongy muffin that's not that great.
She'll have a little table set out at the end of her driveway, like the lemonade stand for the kids.
My grown-up lemonade stand selling...
Free muffins.
Yeah, selling free muffins that are old.
You could probably...
They're not... Why do you call them old? They're not old. I made them, but...
You could
healthy,
sell margaritas.
No, I don't have a liquor license, Mom.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not selling my bad muffins. They're just free. I'll probably eat them. They're not bad. They're just not what I hoped for them to be.
I would like one after the show.
You get 5.
Oh, I get 5.
Because I got like 17 more at home.
Yeah. Well, so that's what she said. I'm either going to stitch or I'm going to make muffins. And then she comes with those. I go, looks like you made muffins. So.
But yeah, I did stitch. So I'll show this picture from my cell phone because I'm going to post it on Instagram, but I know not everyone's on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want them to be left out. So I've been working on the purple project. Mm-hmm. And hopefully this will show up for everyone to see.
We did finish it.
It's a little blurry. There, how's that?
Tip it forward a little bit. There.
So that was the French Country Crown. French Country Crown by JBW Designs. And I did it on 32 count Peoria Purple by Weeks. Mm-hmm. And I did it 2/2 with white. I am working on 2 of them. So I did if you're not new here, you know that I started the one for my own, and I had the whole center section done, and it was wrong.
You picked it out?
I picked it all out.
Ugh.
Because I just couldn't live with myself. I didn't want a yabbut.
Yeah, you don't want a yabbut piece.
So I picked it all out, and I'm ready to take on the world.
Or at least the crown.
At least the crown. I am not going to actively stitch on it on a regular basis, but I am going to try and get it done. So that's what it looks like.
It is so pretty.
It is. And so the other one is living peacefully at the shop.
We did back it with lavender gingham.
Yeah,
and
gingham won.
Yeah.
Nothing else spoke to me.
We couldn't find anything else. And there again, when you have a hand-dyed fabric, it's just that little bit off in color. But we did get some small check gingham. And then
it does look lovely.
And then we went, and then we did, I did pearls around the edge.
Mom finished it because I don't finish things anymore. We were at the lob. The lob of Hob. And we were looking for pearls, and I wanted white pearls, and they did not have white pearls.
They had pearls.
So standing in the store, I went on the Zon of Amazon, Zon of Am, and we ordered some.
They were 6mm pearls.
Yep, and they're white.
And there were 1,000 of them. We did not need 1,000.
Well, we need more for this next one.
Yeah, and so I sewed those on. I have a fun technique. Did we show it? I can't remember. But I actually finished it by putting I used clear monofilament, 6-pound test. It's a fishing line. And I would put three pearls on.
Is it really fishing line?
3 pearls on and tack it. 3 pearls on and tack it. And all the way around they were sitting at an angle. But I used dental floss.
To floss your teeth? No.
Yeah, put all the way through all of the pearls. And when you pull it, it brought them all in line just perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's like magic.
Ooh.
So, yeah. So we finished that up and Justine was thrilled with that.
Yeah.
So. But we will show the finished piece when you finish yours.
Yeah, I will finish mine eventually. But
and we'll post it on Amazon.
I kind of went down a rabbit hole and I have a bunch of stuff going on. So
I know I do too. I just
Would you like to share something with the class?
Well, I would. One more thing that I bought was this tomato.
It says tomato.
Tomatoes. Well, since we're growing tomatoes.
Tell the people.
My husband sent me a picture of our first tomato. It is the size of
a pea.
A pea. Might be gumball size now. I don't know.
Mine are still the pea size.
And I immediately went to the store and bought bacon.
It's going to be a while, Ma.
So, yeah, we have... I was out this morning gardening a little bit, and I didn't even look.
Mother!
I've been watching it grow. I can tell the tomato plants have grown like about an inch or two a day because they're getting closer and closer to that horizontal fence post, and I can watch them grow. But we do have one tiny tomato. You have quite the harvest going. What do you have?
I have one snappy that's almost full grown and one itty bitty one. I also have 2 cauliflower heads that are the size of a golf ball.
Our cauliflower and our broccoli are on the south end of our garden, and I knew it was going to be a little shady, like I know anything about harvesting vegetables, but they aren't doing as well as yours, and I think it's because they don't get as much sun. Yours get more sun. But yeah,
I'll share my cauliflower with you.
Well, you'll have to, because I don't know if we'll ever have any. But tomatoes. And I did buy. I'm not going to say I'm not a fan of Classic Colorworks, but I'm not a collector of Classic Colorworks because I have all the weeks, all of the Gentle Arts. But I did buy the called for threads.
Oh, this is by Stitching with the Housewives.
Yes.
And it is based on original chalk art by Priscilla
They do beautiful things. And I'm wondering, I have to do a little math. I'm wondering if I couldn't make it into a drum. I think someone said they've seen it as a drum.
I mean, it is 12.5 by 3 if you do it on 28 count.
Yeah.
That could be a big drum or a little drum if you do different fabric.
Well, here's my tomato thing. Oh my gosh.
She's got a tomato obsession.
That tomato girl, Dee, did just the... This is a black and white. I don't know where the color went. I can't find it.
Like, didn't they literally just print that for you?
Last time, yep. Can't find it. But she did just the tomato, or just the tomato girl. So I stitched this on 36 count merino linen wheat, I think it was.
Wheat.
She is so cute, I can't stand it. You ready for this? Look at
I don't think they're ready. Oh, she's so cute.
It's a little challenging. I've not done a stand-up. And I did the back. We got fabric at the Hoblob. It's green and it's very mottled, like it's worn and faded. Just, you know. And then I did on the bottom, I did a red. Remember we found that red?
Yep, I was there.
Yeah.
It's also mottled.
And then I decided, I've seen it done. I tried my hand at doing, I call it a long arm stitch, all the way around the top. I did it twice because I didn't take a long enough string to begin with. And I got all the way across the dome and I'm like, I am not going to have enough. So I had to pull it all out. Luckily, it's a surface stitch. Then I took, you know, like 11 yards because I want to make sure I had enough. And I used three strands to go all the way around. Needless to say, I am thrilled with the way it finished for the first time ever doing something like that.
Should I show the whole display?
Yeah, because it's kind of fun.
Hopefully I don't tip it over.
So I've got...
I'll only get it as close as I can without spilling.
I got a tray.
Wait, she goes like this.
Yeah.
Imagine it being decorated how my mom would decorate it.
So I had the tray, and you want to know what? In the back of my sewing drawer was that tomato pin cushion that I had in 6th grade home ec class. So that is like...
That's very old.
That's very old. And to think it still had the strawberry on it.
A strawberry?
Are you and your strawberries?
She hates it when I say strawberry, so I just continue to say strawberry.
But I'm like, I can't believe, and these are all the original pins, and it's all worn because I'm sure it was in my sewing tote and in my tote bag. We didn't have backpacks back then. I just made a little pin. So, and then at the Teresa Kogut retreat, Dee made table favors of this little tomato with the little leaf and the little heart, and I put that on my little scissors. And then I had...
All about the details, guys.
Yeah, and I just really get turned on by that. I don't know. Well, you know, it just really excites me.
It gets your goat?
It does. Gets me going.
Oh, well.
So we had gotten these wooden spools from Tom's
You know,
Mom's
if it weren't
estate.
for me, you wouldn't have those.
I know. Catherine goes, what's in this cupboard? And I'm like, I don't know. I know it's been down in the basement, and she's only wondered for how many, all your life, what was in those cupboards. So there were some old spools. Well, this spool is, I get it right, it's a Clark spool, not Coates and Clark.
Just Clark.
Clark. And I'm like, well, let's get on the World Wide Web and go down that endless rabbit hole. It's dual duty, boil fast, 5594. And it was the ONT, and ONT is Our New Thread. That's what it stands for. And what I found when I was historying about this is Clark's merged with Coates, JP Coates, in 1886.
Wow.
What was this doing in Grandma's basement?
Living its best life.
I know because I saw all of them with the paper, like the lily one.
Yeah.
The other
from earlier
had the lily paper on them. But I go, this is stamped onto the wood. So this is like really old. If it truly was before they merged with Coates and Clark.
The world may never know.
Yeah. But
it's pretty chewed up, like it was probably legit.
Oh yeah, and I've got many more downstairs. I've got some wooden spools that have no markings on them, and no paper that had fallen off, just weren't. But you know, her mother, I'm sure everyone back in the day sewed, so I wonder if her mother had this and it was in, you know, so it was kind of fun. No, we can't ask. But it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I am thrilled to have that, and it's green, so it matched, you know,
the whole vibe.
The whole vibe. I'm just so, I just was so pleased because I had never done a stand-up before.
You did a very good job, Mom.
I'm going to toot my own horn.
I'm going to pat you on the back.
So that, now I'm going to have a bee display. I'm going to need another piece of furniture. Or another house.
I was going to say, just get another house.
Yeah, a bee display and then a tomato display, because now I want to stitch this tomato thing and do this as a drum. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this episode is kind of like just all over the place.
They all are.
Yeah. Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Well, I write it all down like, oh, we'll talk about this and then we'll talk about that in sequential order.
Yeah, no.
But then it's like you see it and you want to share it. So, what you got?
I'm working on the chicken club.
Oh, how's he coming along?
Well, his name's Percy. There's 12 in the series. This is my 7th that I've stitched. And he is
he done?
No. I gotta get the clips because I'm not gonna try and hold him up because he's on white fabric. White fabric. Please hold. I should have done this while you were yapping. But I didn't.
Like you ever know when I'm gonna quit?
Nope, sure don't. There is my chicken.
So cute.
His name is Percy.
Oh, he does have a little friend.
He's on 28 count white Lugana, 2/2 with called for DMCs. I will be doing his name at the bottom. They don't have a picture of them with their names at the bottom. It's only on the chart. So I can't be like, oh, this is what it looks like. So pretend his name is going to go underneath, and you'll be surprised when I actually do it.
Are they printed, or are they single-stranded?
No.
Or
they're X's.
They're stitched up?
Yeah, they're X's. I can show you. It looks like this.
Oh, with a little border around it.
Yeah, it's like a little frame that's like I call it a pyramid. So it's like
a rick-rack frame.
Like 5, 3, 1 little thing with stitches, and then it has the name and 3 little flowers inside.
Cute.
So I mean, I'm trucking along. I got, his little buddy needs to get done. He's missing a wing, and then the name.
Oh yeah, he is missing a wing.
He's missing his front wing, or like arm.
So did we decide if we're doing these on blocks, or are we going to do them framed with the fabric and the trim?
Yep.
Excuse me. Yes.
Okay, so they're going to go on my soffit in the kitchen because I think the soffit is a load bearing, so I can't take it down when I remodel.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to go on the soffit.
So you might as well cluck it up, huh?
Right. I might as well cluck it up.
Yep.
Either that, or if I get a wall to cover my side of my fridge, I'll move them down there.
Oh, that would be cute, because then when you came in the back door, you'd see.
But for now, my fridge is covered in magnets and photos of children.
Yep.
Children I know, not
don't
get the wrong vibe.
Wanted children.
No, I have all of my daughter's dance photos as magnets from age 3 to when did she retire. sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
And I've now started collecting the sports of my best friend's kids.
Yeah.
So then they get little magnets. It
kind of made it sound like you have a wanted.
I know. I had to clarify that I don't have just like random children's photos. I do know the kids. So.
Well, last week was my birthday on Father's Day, and I got couple of fun things that are showable because I thought, following that hobo boho high jive. I told Catherine I wanted to make one of those crocheted granny square sweaters. You've seen them on? I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
All over. And I thought, I've crocheted for years. In fact, when you were little, she always saw me crochet and she goes, I want to do that, Mom. And I'm like, oh, all right. She was maybe 7. I don't know. I gave her a hook and some yarn and I showed her how to just chain, So she would just be sitting watching TV, chaining and chaining away. And I was downstairs doing laundry and she comes downstairs and she's got 100 feet dragging behind her of it. And she picks it all this chain up and she puts it in front of me and she goes, how do you make this into a blankie? And I'm like, oh my God.
You got to teach me all the steps, not just one.
Well, I kept you busy for a while. But I've crocheted ever since I was that age as well. So for my birthday, Catherine got me this. At first, I thought it was a deck of playing cards that just had granny squares on them. Like, oh, cool, I've never played with square cards before. But, oh no, inside are 50 mix and match designs to do so you can create your own adventure for a sweater. So,
and the patterns are on the back.
Yeah.
And there's a little book that has more detailed descriptions of it.
Yeah, the pattern is on the back and then it tells you exactly how many to chain and everything in the little book. But I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. How am I ever going to choose? Because they are just really cool. So next time they have yarn on sale, I'm going to go buy all cotton yarn. I know I wanted my sweater, since that's all I wear is black. I want mine to be all black edged, so it'll be, but all cotton. And I just thought, how much fun is this going to be to choose the colors to do all this in.
It's going to be so fun.
I was really excited and I got beautiful flowers. And then I'm a big puzzle nut. I am stuck right now on a god-awful M&M puzzle where the whole 1,000 pieces form a whole spray of M&Ms. And I haven't been diligent, but this one, I bought myself for my husband to
Dad
give me.
gave it to you. Duh.
It got delivered the day before my birthday, and he goes, hey, what did I get you? It is so cool if you can see it up close. It's crocheted and appliqued flowers. I cannot wait to start this, but I will have to because I gotta get that blessed M&M one done. I don't know if I'll ever finish that M&M one.
You have to because this has an iris on it.
They're beautiful. So how much fun was that to get?
That matches my tattoo almost.
Yes, get creative things.
Right.
For my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, so can't wait to do the puzzle. Can't wait to do the granny square.
And I didn't link the puzzle, but the granny square cards, I did link those on my Amazon storefront.
If anybody else wants to.
You want to make some granny squares?
I did years ago. I made a baby blanket out of the little centers were roses. It was for a little baby girl. It was so beautiful.
Oh, I never looked for that. I have a crocheted blanket from one of my baby dolls from when I was a kid that I think is the same as what you were talking about.
Might have been a sample that I started to see how it worked. But we can put the puzzle on there too if anybody else does puzzles. I find when I puzzle and when I garden, my mind wanders to creativity. It's just a different part of your brain, I guess. If I have different parts to my brain.
Oh, these are for you. They're just leftover pieces that I found in a bin. Okay. That probably came off of things. So I have, not to change the subject, but...
No, I'm done.
Changing the
Happy
subject.
birthday to me. It was fun.
Creative things. I got this on Etsy. Do you remember this?
Yes.
My little dog. This is my little Maltese dog that I'm going to do. And this is all the farther I got.
Hey, you got the squares
but,
cut.
Fun fact, I got 2 cut.
Oh, dude.
And I didn't edge them yet because I was going to use the serger and then I forgot how to use it. So.
Oh, is that still at your house?
Yeah. I have it at my house now. Said I'm supposed to be learning how to use it and I forgot how to use it. So now I got to learn again.
Okay, well, I can come over and help you.
Well, it's in the pink closet, so it might be hard for us both to get in there.
Downstairs.
That's from Etsy, by the way. It's an Etsy pattern.
She has she has a closet downstairs that's a walk-in closet.
Yeah.
And she made
Just a little walk-in.
She made it into it had clothes hanging in it for a while and coats, and then her and her dad built it to be
it's like 4 foot by 5 foot. It's not like a full-blown walk-in closet.
But it is so fun. It's
you go in the closet, pink. It's like literally this color pink. And one side has shelves. Well, they both have shelves. So that was a dumb sentence. They both have shelves about halfway down. And then one side has 2 file cabinets with a countertop on top. And then I have stacking drawers. And the other side has a table all the way across. And that's where my sewing machine is. And then I put the serger on the other side.
So when at my house, I have my sewing machine out and I covered it. But the serger I always had under a cabinet because I didn't use it very often. So she said, well, I'd like to learn how to serge stuff. So I said, you can just have the serger. And it's so great because if she needs to just sew something, she just opens up the closet and can sit in there.
I have a little office chair in there that's also pink.
Yeah.
It's pink and white. And I also have one of my whole entire shelves is I bolted my own fabric.
Yeah, that was really clever.
I cut little cardboards and I made little bolts. They're like this tall. They're like 8 by 10 maybe.
Yeah, really cute.
They're all bolted, really even if they're just little pieces. So, yeah, that's in there and that's fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I should put my little doggy in there.
Oh, when you finish stitching it? Yeah.
I could.
Cute.
I don't know.
So what are we going to do now? Are we ready to Sal Pal?
Yeah, we should call our Sal Pals.
Hey, Sal Pals.
Sal Pals. So we're working on a Rosewood Manor stitch along where we invited others to stitch any Rosewood Manor design that they wanted. Mom and I are doing the seasoned Quakers. So funny, Mom used to call Julie, over here, this is my mom. Yeah. She was saying that I was stitching the spring, and then I got it stuck in my head that I'm stitching spring, and my staff pointed out to me that I am doing summer.
I know, I had spring in my head too.
We've been calling it spring. Yeah. It's summer. Last
episode we called it spring?
Yeah, like 2 videos ago it was summer. Then last video it was spring. It clearly says summer. So I'm doing summer Quaker.
And I'm doing autumn. Well, and let's just hope that people who watch us know how to read better than we do.
Yeah. Well, if you don't, oh well.
If you're listening.
These are Rosewood Manor. I'm doing mine. They're both on 28 count. I'm doing Truffle by Picture This Plus. It's like a pink mushroomy color.
And mine is on
Country Mocha.
28 count Country Vintage Mocha. And I love the fabric.
You got way farther than you let on.
Our friend Kathy said, oh, I started that. I should pull mine out and work on it. She's almost done. Yeah. She has like one corner motif to do. But she goes, holy cow, that's one heck of a motif. These motifs really pack a punch. They
they're
really
so amazing.
They are amazing. I must say, I guess you talk about yours and then I'll tell about mine. I want to talk about how these motifs are really involved. And I wasn't
talk about it.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Talk about it.
I wasn't ready for the involvement, the commitment of it, because I was under the guise that we're using overdyed, that you would just stitch that motif and then overdyed and it would create that beautiful. No.
Which you can. It says you can do that each motif in a solid color if you chose as an option.
I didn't read. You know me, I don't read. I look at the pictures.
Well, I also did tell you to follow the rules.
Yeah. So. And I did. So I think once I got my motif done, I'm like such a relief because I thought this whole thing can't be like this.
It is.
Yeah, so I've redeemed myself and I was a little happy last night actually stitching.
You did really good. You should
No, you show yours.
Okay.
You talk about yours now.
So mine is summer.
Oh gosh. Just beautiful.
I'm sure I should have all of these wonderful words to say, but it's summer. I finished.
It's just beautiful. Here, let's just hold it still.
I know.
Now it's in perfect
My
focus.
right arm hurts, so that's why I was having a hard time. So mine, I did all of the first page, and then this middle one that I just started, or that I almost finished, is the start of the second page. There was only 3 like vertical rows that were part of the first page. So I'm on to page 2.
Okay. This is beautiful. This one here.
Yeah, that's the middle one, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, this one?
Yeah, that big one.
Yeah. That one will have a vase at the bottom. So I think I did
it?
this last time. It helped.
Okay. Yeah.
Am I in frame? Both of them?
Yep.
So it kind of helps to see where we're at.
Just beautiful.
I think it's beautiful.
I have to figure out where I'm going to put my date, where I'm going to put my initials.
Yeah, mine, I am putting my initials, since they're going to live at my house when they're done. Bella, I asked her, Bella's my daughter, I had asked her, since she will inherit them, if she wanted my initials on them, or if she wanted me to put her initials or to not put initials. And she said she wanted me to put my initials on the one that I'm making. Mom's only has the year on it, I think, up in the top.
Well, I'm looking at this now. You know, when you're working on it, you're just focused on that one page. And I'm not really taking the time to actually look at all that this has to offer. Down in this lower corner, Karen had put a K in the wreath.
Okay.
So I will probably put a J. And an N, or put an N.
Yeah.
Down in that corner in that wreath.
Yeah.
Now that I actually look at it.
Because that's where I was going with that. Is Bella wanted it marked for the one that the 2 that I will stitch of the 4. She wants my initials, and the 2 that you stitch of the 4, because that'll make it super special.
Yeah. Well, mine.
She'll probably get mad at me and give him to Goodwill someday.
No, she will not. She knows I'll come get her.
You're gonna haunt her.
Yeah. This is mine.
Am I in the screen?
Yeah, I need the pointer finger. I'm gonna actually point. Look
Good
at this.
job.
Okay. Now if I can find it. This right here is what I finished. And just when I thought I was done, I realized I had to add another color. Then I'm like, oh, thank God when I get that done. Oh, no, I got to put middles in all the little dots and all the little... It was endless to get that done. It's beautiful, but it was a big girl. And it's like, I am so glad that that's done. And then I did this. I did the vine, and there's a heart at the very bottom. And then I finished this little motif right here. But wow. That's a lot of stitching. Don't underestimate this.
Hi, my name is Julie, and I like to stitch in one color.
I do.
But she's taking one for the SAL team, because I love these, and they're beautiful. Are you done with the first page? You just have crossover stuff now?
Yes. Yes, I'm done with the first page. So I'll have to get the other one. And sometimes I tape them. I cut them and tape them together and then I tri-fold it so it works better.
That
and
tracks.
you know, remember those? I took them off Oh, I guess they're on my other piece. Those magnetic clip things.
Yeah.
Those hold your pattern really nice.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. So I've been using that. But it's, okay, then I thought this, get this. Everybody who does it has the same balls of Valdani thread. But depending on where their mark is and what they start first and what, there's not two that are the same.
I know.
In the world.
That's what's so cool.
I know. And I'm really anxious to see Kathy's because I think when she comes, I want her to bring it. Because I want to see how different it is.
I think she tagged us in it.
Yeah, but I mean to see it
in real life.
In real life. Because hers were the original Valdanis that she bought the kit when it was released in, 2016? Where mine are the Valdani threads that... Houdini Valdani threads that are reproduced now, 8 years later. So it'll really be interesting to see what tones they all take. So
I did have a question, and I can't show you guys my question, but she'll know the words to explain why I'm confused. This right here, it says diamond shapes are in that JP1 color. How do you stitch that? Are they just like lines? Like you just do little...
Yes.
Would I go like this way, skip, and then when I come back, just do it every other?
I'd have to look.
Because it makes it a diamond basket weave like thing.
She doesn't have any...
right here. Diamond shapes in the basket. That was... I don't know. I might be too involved for this. We might have to discuss later.
And look, what it looks like is it's the basket weave looks like back stitching going at a diagonal and back stitching going this way, forming a diamond. So I don't know if you would back stitch over two, over two, over two, over two, or I think if you did long threads and went over them, that wouldn't be very attractive. No. Maybe she has some other verbiage in there.
Yeah, maybe I'll look again. I was overwhelmed on the night that I got that far. It was late, and I knew I couldn't call because I'd get yelled at.
Yeah.
Well, not yelled at, but I would get told to put it down and go to bed.
Walk away. Step away. Yeah. I know she uses Algerian eyelets, but I don't know what that diamond...
I'll have to read again. But,
for that.
Or try something else.
The textures of it are really going to be pretty. And it's hard to see from the photo because it's a light colored thread. We'll have to look and... Oh, I can just call and ask.
Mom. Maybe we'll ask.
Shoot her a message. It'd be right. So, way cool.
Yeah. That's fun, Sal.
Yeah, yes.
Remember to share, if you're on Instagram and you want us to see your Sal... you can use the hashtag Rosewood Manor SAL 25 or hashtag Floss Paper Scissor, or you can tag us at Floss Paper Scissor, all on Instagram with either your Rosewood Manor stuff or your non-Rosewood Manor stuff. Anything if you just want us to
stitching.
See.
Yeah.
Because, we show you guys all our random chaos every 2 weeks. And sometimes I miss out on seeing what everyone else is doing. So
it was fun to see all the things stitched at that gathering.
Yeah,
everybody has such different tastes,
and
it was so cool to see everybody's work. So I actually, what do you have? You
just this.
Okay, well, go ahead. Let's see what you've got started.
Well, you haven't shown your deer yet.
I know. I'll do that after I'm done seeing yours.
Well, mine's underwhelming.
No, it's not.
I'm working on Craftway's Lighthouse coasters, but I'm not actually making them coasters. I'm going to do something else with it. So that's what the whole thing looks like for the options. This is the one I'm stitching.
Yeah. Where's that close up? Way cool.
So I'm just doing that one for now. Bella did see this and did ask if I would make her one of these that had a sailboat on it. So,
okay.
If she's nice to me, I'll make that. We'll see.
Don't hold your breath.
Kids are the worst. I'm just kidding.
TBD.
I'm just kidding. No, the kids are the worst, though. I mean that in a very loving way.
Oh my gosh, look at you.
What? Shh. Mother.
I thought you were going to pull it out and just have like...
Just the fabric?
Yeah.
Like I did with the puppy dog? No. Here you go, guys.
Well, look at that. That is way cool. And you're stitching it on?
It is 14 count Aida. I did count and measure.
Okay.
It's 14 count Aida. It's in a color of blue, marbly. It is marbly if you're in the sunlight, but it's blue. It was gifted to me by a former Aida stitcher. Gone linen.
How many? She's gone linen.
I'm doing 2 threads over 2 of DMC.
Cool.
But again, if you're new here, I'm new to stitching and I can't show you guys this pattern, so Mom will explain it in stitcher terms. I know there's a lot of back stitching because that's what the solid black lines are. However, they're half stitches, but I don't know how to execute them right when 2 symbols share one box.
Yeah.
So I just left them empty.
Okay.
So I might not do them.
No, what you do is you would come up
in the middle of the Aida square?
You come up at this lower right corner.
Yeah.
And you penetrate the weave in the center.
Don't like that word.
Well,
you stick it in the middle of the Aida square. Got it. Not in the hole.
Yeah.
That's not better.
And then from there, you would go from bottom left to the center. And then you would do the other color.
So you're only doing these ones because the back stitch goes this way.
Yes. Yeah.
It's more than I bargained for.
Well, welcome. Let's go back to the 1970s. That's how everything was back then. Very
It
detailed.
does make it look, where's my picture? Really pretty though.
It
That's
does.
the thing. Is it makes it look like very
because
dimensional.
Back in the day, you had either full stitches that you went like this. Watch my finger. You would back stitch bump, 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 bump. And then you wouldn't have the arched look by doing the diagonals.
So then I would do the colors first and the back stitch second.
The back stitch is when you're all done. You do all the back stitch.
For reference again, that's what we're working with.
Yeah.
And it's very detailed and very pretty.
And this isn't like, back in the day, the king of back stitching and quarter stitches was Dimension. But this isn't a Dimensions. This is a Craftways Corporation. Yeah.
They're from Wisconsin.
But see, the thing is back in the days of yore.
Oh, the days of yore.
You really had some really good dimensions to your pieces. And now we've just gone all prim, where everything is squared and shaded by overdyed threads instead of using 37
It's just a different
threads.
style.
Yeah. Old school. You're stitching old school,
I am.
girl.
Well, I missed my old lady, so.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's
really cool.
Yeah. And I was even thinking, since it went so fast and I have so much fabric, maybe I would make one for a housewarming gift.
Yes.
For my cousin who got a new house.
Got a new house. She would like that as well.
Well, it was her grandma too.
Yep.
I don't know. Cool. I'll have to see. But I have a lot of this fabric, and I think it turned out really cute so far.
Yep. If you're gonna, how much did you allow around the outside?
Oh, the 2 inches. This is the extent. It doesn't get any wider than this, and this only has a little plus at the top. So there's 2 inches.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't grasp the.
Yeah, that's the extent of the design.
Okay.
It comes down here a little bit.
Oh, okay, a little bit more.
It swoops this way into like a little half circle.
Yeah. I'm really impressed that you got that far and made muffins. Oh my gosh, you're just a rock star.
Also, I think it was really funny on the color list. They put words next to the colors. So this 3024, it's very light brown gray. There is nothing brown about that color. Like, there's nothing, this is not brown. There's no brown in there.
Well, you know,
it's not even
DMC does actually name their...
No, I know, but that's a stupid name.
Yeah.
In case you were wondering.
That is not, yeah.
And the other one...
It makes you wonder what what light brown gray looks like, and
Right.
that's very light brown gray.
That was one dumb one, and the other one had a dumb name too. I was like, that's not at all what it is.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the other one was that I was like, you're insane. Anyway.
Way cool. Well,
Yeah.
I have my one last, but certainly not least. You think I'd forget about the moon deer?
I'm surprised we didn't open the show with the moon deer, because moon deer is usually like,
Gotta keep you on
Look
your
at my moon
toes. Gotta keep you on your toes.
my moon deer is my pride and joy.
Oh my
As it should
gosh.
be. It's gorgeous. There's no ifs, ands, or buts
These
about
were the
it.
things I was talking about that work really well to hold your pattern on the side of your, like if you're doing something, you can go.
This is my 1970s pillowcase that stores my scroll bars.
You can use them to hold your chart.
Ooh.
Yeah. Of course, you
Tomato
wouldn't
girl.
want to do the tomato girl while you're doing this, but they do hold that, or they do hold some tension on your fabric.
All right.
So here it
Let me
is.
get the board so you can actually see it.
When I was blood pressuring, I
How's that?
decided I'm up a little bit. I was going to do the bird and its little branch, and then I did the danglies off the moon.
You're shaking it, Mom.
Am I?
Let go.
Sorry. That bird, let me tell you, that's a lot of stitches.
I gotta look. Ooh.
And when Dee saw it, I brought it with to the stitching thing. She said that you would never in your wildest dreams think that that bird was only made of 3 colors: green, brown, and gold. So remember, there are only 4 colors: green, brown, gold, and pink.
Yeah, well, that's because they're dyed.
I know.
That's where the dimension comes from.
It just, so I've got one more. This is all forest embroidery, moon deer sampler. I've got one more bird on the other side to do. Then I start the antlers.
The antlers
Yeah.
are coming.
And the antlers are the branches. I just could not be more thrilled with this piece, as
It's
I've
so
mentioned
pretty, Mom.
every now 15 episodes.
Have you been
So-
working on this the whole time?
Yeah.
Truly.
So again,
Louise.
tonight I get to start another bird, and
It really is pretty, you guys.
yeah, I'm just really thrilled with it.
Your X's are so Xy.
I got XX's. So yeah,
Wow.
I'll
Impressive.
tell you, the other night I was sitting there in the quiet and I heard a little whimper from Bella's room.
No, you did not.
Yeah,
It
it
was-
was Clovis.
Are you working on Clovis?
I was, until I started all these SALs.
Well,
and
get Clovis out of the
I
room.
know. I thought maybe last night I would have, once I...
Is that where you found that thing?
Oh my gosh, thanks for that.
No, what is it? Like, why is it there?
Because I wanted to show it.
Oh.
I'm glad you looked. Okay.
I thought you were going to say you found that when you looked at Clovis.
No, this was hanging downstairs in the elliptical room on the wall of all the samplers I have no room for.
Oh.
I wanted to show this one because I dusted it. But this is what I had to remember this week.
Do you need help?
No, I think I got it. Today I choose joy. And I think we just have to remember that. Some days are really, really overwhelming and you're not getting the things done that you want to do and things aren't going your way, and you got to do one thing to help you be joyful. You told me that.
I do lots of things.
Yeah.
If it doesn't bring you joy, why are you doing
Yeah.
it?
So I was thinking how much I missed Clovis, and I thought, you know what, I just need to do Clovis. Today I Choose Joy is designed by J Designs.
That's my mom.
I did this during the pandemic, and I think...
During the panorama.
Yep. So this is available at welcomestitchery.com under J Designs, and it's stitched on 32 count Belfast linen in cream, and it's stitched using lots of Weeks Dye Works Iris for the purple, Kudzu for the green,
Kudzu.
And DMC 3834.
Kudzu?
Yeah, Kudzu. Loved it. So I'm really pleased with that. And I just got to remember, we all have to remember,
Choose
just to
joy.
Choose joy. Don't do what you think you have to do, what you feel obligated to do. Just
I actually sent out a Choose Joy sticker in one of my orders this week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just having a cookie, if that brings you joy. Or a muffin.
Or like yesterday, I went and got French fries.
French fries?
After the baseball game.
Yep. So that, thank you for seeing that over there. I totally would have had to come back on and say, wait,
No.
I forgot about that.
No.
So I also was real surprised that I didn't mention it, and it's on my list if I would have looked. This little thing took 3 skeins.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Really?
And the first 2 skeins I used had minimal variegation, if any. Well, the third skein was loaded with it. That's why he looks real stripy down below. But that's what you get.
Interesting.
Yeah, 3. So 3 skeins of 5. That's 15 yards. So if it would take 2 skeins of DMC. So
interesting.
Surprising how much that takes.
Thread suckers.
Thread hogs.
Yes.
They're hogs.
Right?
So, So what do you think? 2 more weeks? What does that bring us up
That
to?
brings us to July 3rd.
Really?
I'm 99% certain that we are filming. We film Thursday nights, and then we post on Fridays. So yeah, our next Floss Tube, we are recording on the 3rd, so we will bring you 4th of July, Catherine.
July. Oh my gosh! Hang on to your hats, headbands.
I have my outfit already picked
and
out.
Scarves. I might have an outfit too. I was kind of gifted a fun little 4th of July thing, so I'll have to do that.
Yep.
Dad said we should do one out by the garden.
We should. I thought that driving here.
That would be a hot mess with cars going by and everything.
We should totally do one out there.
Or just underneath.
Do those big bushes bloom?
Yeah.
We should sit there.
Well, we would be right in the garden.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm up for going out on the picnic table under the awning.
That would be ugly scenery.
Well, I don't want... Do you see how blazing sun it is out there? That would be not... I would not be up for that. I'd be all sweaty, and I don't like to sweat.
I can put the awning up. Do you want me to put the canopy up?
If we're going to be under a canopy, we'll just do it on the patio.
The flowers, Mom.
Oh,
we want to see the flowers.
Yeah, that's true. We'll have to wait for them to bloom. They bloom late summer. We'll do one late summer when it's not so hot, maybe in the garden.
We'll just put a little flyer out to the neighbors that says, please be quiet, and I can put up some road cones. No one will drive on the street.
Road cones? She's going to put up road cones.
Maybe if I flirt with one of the guys at the city, they'll shut down the street for me.
Oh, yeah, right.
I can try. A girl can try.
We'll just block the cars off. So who knows what we'll do. We could do it in the shop too. That has a real ambiance all itself.
That's something.
That's something. So
but anyway, it'll be fun. We'll be here in all of our 4th of July glory.
Yep. We'll have potato salad.
Yeah.
So
we'll have stuff.
Well, I guess that's it for today. I hope you have a where's the clicker?
Find your thing.
I hope you have a great day wherever you are. I hope the sun's shining and you've got a needle in hand.
And a fabulous weekend, because the weekend is upon us. Here in Minnesota, it is going to be blazing hot.
Yeah, 95 degrees.
So find a way to stay cool.
Yep. And thank you for joining us. If you have not subscribed, please do so.
Yep.
And tell your friends. We're still working on that, trying to hit 5K.
5K giveaway.
5K giveaway. We've been putting things aside for that. So have a great day, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we hope you have a great time.
Yep. Now we just have to wait. There we are. Bye.